Okay, so are we on? Okay. Yeah. Closer. All right. Oh, we're on. Oh yeah, how about looking from yours and see if we're doing okay? Hey everybody, it's Sandra, Hope's mom. And today this is a moment. We are here in Oklahoma City where Leo's Law just passed. And I'm here with my friend Jake, Leo's dad. This isn't politics. This is a father turning heartbreak into protection for other people's children. All I want to give him, and I want to give him the space to tell you what this weekend really means. So, Jake, I want to start right here, right now, with everything that's happened this weekend. Leo's Law officially passing. What's going through your heart?
It's just special because it can help save a lot of children, and I think it gives a lot of people, it really will help other people, I think. So protect these kids and to really just see the state actually taking it seriously is pretty important, not just for me, but for families all across the state of Oklahoma and even states.
I'm wondering, is this going to be a wake-up call for the adults? Do you think that that's going to hopefully change the way people view this horrible drug? Hopefully if they're going to be doing this, make it safer, don't be around children at all.
Yeah, if you're going to do
And get
fentanyl, just
help.
don't be around children. Yeah, don't be around children if you're going to do fentanyl. It's simple.
And there is so much help out there for anyone who has mental health issues or substance use issues to get help. And I highly advise that. Was there a moment that hit you hard? That moment where it all really became real, like my son's name is changing the world?
When the night time came and the Capitol was red and blue, that was just something I'm probably never going to forget, because it really just seeing all the lights and then just the Capitol being red and blue. I mean, it's pretty cool, man. That's a little kid's favorite superhero's colors. That was really special.
I know. And Spider-Man, he was right there with Leo.
So that was just a moment where I just actually got to kind of look at it and be like, wow, okay, this actually is something that we're doing.
Speaking to Leo, if he could look at you right now and see what his dad's done, what do you think he would say?
I think we would just hug each other. I don't even know if we'd say anything. Just hug each other.
Yeah.
He was a sweet kid, and that's all he wanted to do was make sure others were happy, and it was always sweet. So I think that he would just think it's wonderful. You know what I mean? I think that he would really just think it's cool and ask about.
Yeah, I know. Well, you've walked a brutal road to get here. What's been the hardest part of this journey, and what's kept you going when everything felt too heavy?
God, and just knowing that the worst day of my life has already happened.
Yes.
Right. So it's the worst day of my life already happened. So it's even when things don't go right, I believe this is it's something that you know what I mean. I feel like it's something that I needed to do, and I just know that if I keep faith in God, and I know why I'm doing this, and who it can actually protect, and who this is for, that it would happen. And I just have faith it would.
Well, you and I have suffered the unimaginable loss, the worst tragedy that any human and suffer, and that's the loss of our children. And especially to something that is so avoidable that, it didn't have to happen. And it for me, been 9.5 years now. But that what keeps me going is to feel like what I'm doing is an extension of what Hope wanted to do in her life. She wanted to help children. She wanted to help any at-risk youth avoid the pitfalls of any type of addiction, substance use, what her concern was the children like Leo and the others. She wanted to protect them from the adults in their lives who may be putting them in harm's way. And I thought that was pretty admirable. Actually, that's how I came up with the name for the foundation, Hope's Hope. Because on her 21st birthday, that's exactly what she said. It is my hope to continue my education and become a counselor and therapist for at-risk youth to help them avoid the pitfalls and suffering from addiction like she has, and to hopefully help them if they are in a situation where their parents may be putting them in danger. This has all brought a lot to light for me. And by the way, I'm in Oklahoma. I'm not in Asheville anymore.
Guys, we're in Oklahoma now.
And
she flew all the way out
here,
just for the event and to help spread awareness. So we're in Oklahoma City right now.
Yeah.
It was we spent all day long just
outside the Capitol building.
Inside the Capitol. I spoke earlier. We both spoke earlier.
Yeah, that was really cool.
We set up we got these posters here. I want to show you guys. The babies poster we got with us.
Yeah.
So,
and those are little babies that have fallen victim.
They're on this painting behind us that Debbie Evans painted. It's beautiful, and it's the kids in this poster.
Yeah, it's Heaven's Playground.
It's called Heaven's.
And she's drawn each one of the children doing their different activities on the playground, and it's really touching and moving.
It is. Whenever I tell people that, it's actually you don't even know. There's so many people that just start crying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just start crying. They're like, wow, I didn't know.
And Debbie she's compiling a book of all of her drawings, and I think that's fabulous. What we'd like to show you is this poster right here, and just give you some maybe perspective about how dangerous this is.
I'll put it close so you guys can see this. It might be backwards. I'm not sure how the camera works.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Kate. Go.
Alright, so first.
Tell them about it, Katie.
Okay, so first,
Yes.
fentanyl, a 5-pound bag of fentanyl can kill 1.3 million people. Carfentanil, a 5-pound bag, can kill 113 million people. That's stronger than regular fentanyl, by the way. Nitazines, a 5-pound bag can kill anywhere from 22.5 million people to 45.5 million people. Straight opioids. Y'all can see every one of them put into there. And it's not good. We have, and down here at the bottom of the poster, we have unintentional exposure matters. We have our QR code for this. Be wise.
Stop the stigma.
Substance use disorder matters. This is from WalnutDrugEpidemicMemorial.org.
Thank you, Carol. We love you.
Yeah.
We love you, Carol. And I'm so blessed because Carol Egan, she put out a ad for someone to help on social media. I answered. We met. I've met We feel like we've known each other for a long, long time. I feel that way with all the people that I interact with in our Facebook threads, and it's just absolute. I don't know what that was, but thank you.
It's in a galaxy.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what that
That's
is.
a really big gift.
Gosh, thanks. Really. And we just have heartbreak in common. And so we're motivated for change. You know, we're motivated for change. And so we know each other without ever having met. But I'm grateful that we got to meet.
Me too. I really do appreciate you for coming all the way out here. Really
We
kind
all
of crazy that we're all
I
hanging,
know.
hanging out right
I know. And this is Caden,
Yeah.
and his mom passed from
now. Here,
fentanyl.
Caden, come talk to him for a
Yeah, yeah. How's this been for you and your advocacy for your mom? And
Honestly, the advocacy isn't just for my mom. I also am helping out with Leo's law, and it's an honor to get to help Jake out with it every single day. It's an honor for me to be able to help him.
I agree.
And I love being able to get this law announced within like we did yesterday. It was such a big deal getting the Capitol lit up red and blue, and we also had it lit up purple because I went up to Kevin Stitt's assistant and asked her. And
Yeah.
that was really awesome.
And you know what's funny in some of the pictures, just the angle of the light, even when it was red and blue. What do red and blue make?
Purple.
Purple.
That's what I was telling him. I said it's cool. 'cause
That
blue
is-
makes purple.
Yeah, that was wild.
And fentanyl is a really bad thing. There's all sorts of different types of fentanyl. Fentanyl, carfentanil. I mean, there's other fentanyls that people probably haven't heard of yet that's being made or has been made and that people have gotten that we just don't know the name of, and,
Right.
and we
They're
don't
gonna
know.
continue to make them more and more potent, so we can get more and more.
And they're gonna make different names to the fentanyl to make it stronger and to make it like more money wise and make it more cheap.
Well, I'd like to explain to people what's happening is the precursors, and think of a cake mix. You've got your flour, your sugar,
Your eggs.
your eggs, all that stuff. That's the precursor, and that's made over in China.
Did Trump?
Yes,
Yeah, he did.
all of that is banned from the United States now, the precursors. And then so they get it over into the Mexican cartels, and they have pill presses. And what a pill press is, it's a little mold in the shape of a Xanax bar or a 30 milligram oxy, 5 milligram oxy. Those are the most common pills that you're going to find. And I know they're putting them in all kinds of stuff now, even marijuana. So beware there. They're wanting to immobilize the United States. And I just want to put this figure out there. Since 2016, when my daughter passed, there have been over 700,000 Americans die from drug-related causes.
That's just Americans. Think about it overseas, because overseas they also have really bad problems with fentanyl. So just think, if we're just adding 700,000 over 6 years in America, what is overseas having? What's Canada having? I mean, you don't know what it is.
And
It's
Mexico
bad.
and Colombia.
No, yeah, Mexico, Colombia, all the different places. It's like you don't know what their death toll is because they only tell us what the U.S. death toll is.
right, and I'd like to give you a little bit of extension on that. You have 700,000 people. You have 1.4 million parents, just mom and dad, from that one death. You add to that if there's just one sibling, and so I just can't believe there's anybody in this United States that has not been touched
I know.
by this drug epidemic.
And You know what's sad? Even with our event yesterday, like shout out to Sabrina on this. She told me this. It's like
Oh yeah.
crosses.
Yeah, she was amazing.
She was amazing. Crosses, like they have twins, cousins that have passed away together. It's really bad because the twins or the cousins or whoever passed away
Just-
together in the family, they both end up having the fentanyl.
I
Unfortunately,
spoke to somebody yesterday, and she said she
And-
and insane. You know what I mean? And I'm like, what do you mean?
Wow, 8 crosses.
Yeah.
This
You know,
was the first year
I
Hope
had
was
one
there,
cross out there, you know what I
and
mean?
it
Too
ripped
much
me
for me.
from the frame. I know. I can't imagine having 8 of them out there.
So,
Um,
talking to her, that kind of opened my eyes up too. She's from Missouri, so Missouri's really, really
Yeah. I wasn't sure what part of the country she was from.
bad. They're all from all over, but Missouri is from where enough is enough is.
Enough is enough. Yeah. Big shout out to those.
yeah, thank you for coming out. And,
Absolutely.
And also, I do want to give a big shout out to Beginnings Recovery because those people also showed up big time. And that's a sober living that showed up and really helped put in those crosses.
Yeah, they
like,
showed up 20 deep, ready to go.
yeah, they showed up 20 deep and was like, "What can we help you with? What can we do?" And we were like, "Okay, here's a list of things y'all can do." And we had it done. We had it done before our event even started.
Yeah. I was so honored to be a part of this, and it's very humbling. I've seen pictures of, like on the lawn at the White House, but until you start walking through and looking at those pictures that go with the names and the ages, and it's staggering. It just gives you a whole new perspective on the entire situation. And it just really, to see those little babies in the front row.
Not even just that. The babies is just heartbreaking, but whenever it's just 19, 17, 16,
Teens,
15
yeah.
years old, you know what I mean? 19. It's, these people didn't really get a chance to actually live their lives.
I know, and
they
Hope
got robbed of their lives.
Hope was 22,
Yeah,
and
22 years old, you know?
her her last day was supposed to be the first day of a new beginning. We're sitting in the lobby of the Red Roof Inn here in Oklahoma City, so he's checking in. Well, that's okay.
But yeah, so we're trying to show awareness.
And how about a couple packets of coffee and some sugar?
Do you feel like the world's finally waking up? Because to me, this feels like a spark that's just about to catch fire.
I feel like it definitely gives people a lot of hope. That's the one word that a lot of people have said this whole time, is they're just like, look, it gives me a lot of hope that we actually can do something. So many people feel unheard. And
I
that
agree.
moment let them know that they are not unheard, and that people do care, people do listen, and that they're not alone. We're going through these things.
And I'm glad that you did start the foundation Hope's Hope because a lot of people do say hope is key. So Hope's Hope, that's a really good foundation to be part of. And you're starting. It's really good.
Well, I thank you. One of the main things that I was so alone and lost in my first years, of after her loss. And as time went on and I got stronger, and I thought, I don't want anybody to ever feel that alone. And then when we got put together, and I'm like, I am here anytime, day, night. If you want to vent, you just want to talk. If you just want to have somebody that's on the other end of the line, whether anybody speaks or not, just to know that you're not alone. And I feel like the tide's finally turning, and I'm finally able to accomplish what I've been working so hard for the last several years. Like I said, it's been almost 10 years now, and it's hard to believe, but
I think that it's nice. I mean, whenever these things happen, it's our whole world.
it is.
And the only thing
And
that really can keep us going is the hope that we can actually do something and save others, and use our angel stories as,
yeah,
as a way to try to deter other people away from danger.
right. And to be there for each other, because it is, no matter what, at the end of the day, it's
hard.
so hard to be without them. And so it's things like this that drive us, and to try and help no one ever have to go through this again. No child ever have to lose their life. No one to ever have to lose their life to this. It's just doesn't have to be. So
I was speaking with Greg Swan from Fathers Fighting Fentanyl when I was in Washington, D.C., and he's a great advocate. He goes around the country and works with the schools, educating them. And he just, we had a really interesting conversation. Actually, this is crazy. He gave me a ring with his son's name on it. We had a really great conversation.
Wow.
Your name's Jake? Wow, here's one of my son's names. Here,
Really?
Yeah. It was really cool. But we had this conversation, and we just talked about, man, it's not, we're flying around the country, we're doing this, we're doing that, and we still miss our kids. But he said something to me that really was like, you know what, you're right. He said, look, dude, even if it's just one, cool, get back to work.
right.
You know what I mean? Get back to work, even if it's just one life, you know what I mean? That you really can save and change and try to help, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Get back to work. You did it. You got one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all we're even trying to do is just save one, all of us. So, just to know that even just one would really do that, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Imagine what we really can do.
Well, I've mentioned before that I personally have administered Narcan and brought 7 different people back. And I did not get a feeling from that I thought I would. To me, it just wasn't enough. I mean, I was,
Yeah.
it's not enough. I just have to keep going.
Keep going. Keep saving them.
Because, there's more out there. And in my nonprofit, I require that everyone carry Narcan.
Mm-hmm.
In their pocketbook, in their car, in their house.
Narcan today, just in case.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have it in my hotel room.
It does save people's lives. That was the first thing that my son's mother said when the paramedics got out there. Grab Narcan, grab Narcan, grab Narcan.
And I guess they had to wonder, why is a mother saying this?
Yeah, they didn't take her to jail that day. Crazy.
Yeah. Well, passing the law isn't the finish line, it's the beginning. And where do you think the fight goes from here?
I think that, honestly, I think Leo's Law is a beautiful thing, and this whole thing that we're trying to do. There's so many people trying to work on this and helping with this day in and day out. I think that I will personally probably go to other states and try to help parents, you know what I mean, get things done. But I think it gives a lot of people the feeling that we're actually gaining momentum and we are actually doing things. We are going out, we're informing people, we're going to schools, we're meeting with state legislators, and bills are being introduced to actually help combat these things. And a lot of people are just happy to see that.
Yeah.
Because we've been needing it and we feel like we've been ignored. So now it's actually, they're listening. They can't ignore all of us.
No.
If we keep bugging them about this and keep knocking on it and keep telling them, hey, look, something's got to happen about this.
It's what they say about the squeaky wheel. It gets, yeah. And I will do my best to meet you wherever I can. And I'll be better at my travel arrangements.
Another thing that was interesting too was another thing I want to point out to people that you might just not, you know what I mean? Just little things, because God works in mysterious ways. He truly does, believe it. But even if you think that you're weak and you're not going to be able to do this and it's too hard, and you go do it anyway. Some people don't see that, and they just see your strength. Like they just, dang, they're so strong, and it gives them the courage to try to do the same. Because I know a lady, and in Oklahoma, I was lost when Leo passed away. I was freaking out. You know, I didn't know what to do. And it was like that for a while, but I ran into a lady that she had a group, and I was like, wow, there's a whole group of people.
Yeah, because when it happens to you, you think you're the only one.
I thought I was all alone, dude. I thought nobody in the whole world ever had lost a 3-year-old or, a child to that a drug like that. And it wasn't. I went and met with those mothers, and it just meant a lot to me because I always think, like, imagine if she wouldn't have ever did what she did. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would have never thought that it was possible to actually meet these people and try to
exactly
spread awareness and do what we're doing.
Right.
Really, so like, kind of crazy.
And I know for me that people talk about my strength and stuff, but they really it's like leading up to the preparation for something, and I'm over in the corner throwing up, and your nerves get the best of you, but then you just suck it up and you go and you do it, and it does every single time give us just a little bit more strength, a little bit more oomph to keep going, because we're seeing progress finally. And I really think that this is such a huge step in it
also will make any kind of child neglect with fentanyl involved a felony too. Harshen the punishment on that. That way people aren't just getting away with misdemeanors for something for a kid.
Well, there are so many parents out there that are grieving in silence. And, what you just said, what would you say to a mom or dad that feels so lonely right now?
That they're not.
That, there are resources to reach out to. And because I felt and I got this, I felt like I was the only person in the world who had lost a child. Yeah. I had to be, because the feeling was so foreign to me. And of course it was to everyone around me too that loved Hope. And they didn't know how to help me because they didn't know how to help themselves. I didn't know what grief was. I really didn't. And the more we reach out, and that's in our group, you guys that have lost these babies, you're the same age, you're younger than my daughter would be if she was still here. And it breaks my heart for someone as young as you to suffer this kind of loss. And I just commend you for, just right out of the gate. And I know, I look at you and I say it every day, he's so strong.
No, but it's hard. It's hard. I'm with you on that. I was wearing sunglasses. Just kept crying all day.
Yeah.
Just kept crying.
I know.
And I was like, man, I can't believe this is actually. Me and Katie worked so hard. You know what I mean?
I know.
We worked so hard. Be 2 or 3 in the morning sometimes. Katie's calling me. I'm like, what? Hey, man, who do you want? It's like we worked really hard.
We are on a mission here.
Yeah. And I would encourage people, truthfully, to try to find, if you feel alone and you find a group. Try to find a group if you have a local one. If they don't have one, start one.
Oh gosh, yeah. And
start
if you're
group.
Go
Advertise it. Post it.
I had no idea that there were Facebook groups.
Yeah.
And there are TikTok groups, tons. And there so many people are just great. If you just want one-on-one, if you don't feel comfortable in a group, if you would rather do online or something like that. But I personally, I do recommend the camaraderie of being in person with people, because it really helps alleviate the loneliness.
That's what's interesting about
the stigma.
That's what's interesting about me and Hayden. When we went to DC and actually meeting some of these people, going to California, coming back to Oklahoma, I'm meeting a lot of these people that are just, my friends that I met from Facebook.
Right.
And Sabrina, I'm meeting all these people that I just know from Facebook. And it's actually at these events is where I'm actually meeting them and seeing their faces today.
I know, and it's like my friend Susie said, "You mean you never met any of these people?" And I said, "No, I haven't." Yes, I did not realize that that's who Brittany was.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So I've met Cash and Brecken's mom.
Yeah,
but
that
so it's like I'm
breaks my
actually
heart.
starting to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of, these groups are doing work and getting stuff done.
That's how it grows. That's how it grows.
Working
and so how do you plan to move forward from here, other than getting about a week's worth of rest?
About a month or two's worth.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all in January.
Yeah, you'll be back at it day after tomorrow.
I know. I say that tomorrow. I know. It was funny. Even Caden earlier, I was like, "All right, man, let's pack up and go home." And he's like, "Let's just stay until dark."
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
well, let us come down a little bit before we have to go back home.
I plan on just getting back to it. I was talking with another mother. There's stuff going on. Something going on in Kentucky. So I'll probably end up trying to go to Kentucky at some point because some work needs to be done there in terms of fentanyl.
Awesome. Yeah.
Tyler's Law.
Keep me in the loop on that.
Something that
Tyler's Law
needs to happen. Yes.
Mercy locked me
Stricter penalties. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Stricter penalties for these guys.
Well, it's.
I met that mother in DC too, and she's having an event. I think that if we all are there for each other, there's no way.
Absolutely, and there is strength in numbers. But like I've said before, what happened to Hope.
And it's like.
And this was from talking to Ashley, and she got the Good Samaritan law passed in her state of Kentucky.
So Ashley is Kentucky and Tyler's Law is Pennsylvania. My bad.
Okay.
That is right. Kentucky with the Cash Act.
Right.
Yes.
And see, we've had the Good Samaritan law in North Carolina for a long, long time, and that's all it would have taken. He would not have gotten into any trouble, but he saw that she was overdosing, and he crawled out the window and left her there. And those are the people, that's what this United States, the law enforcement, you've got to realize that if somebody calls in, they're trying to save a life. Don't come and arrest them, just and try to make people know that won't happen to them, that they won't get in trouble.
We have to break the stigma.
Yes.
That's what it is too. We just have to break the stigma.
I know.
get so frustrated with these people, and they say, "Oh, well." I've literally told people, "Oh, well, yeah, my son passed away from fentanyl poisoning." I'm like, "Oh, well, your son shouldn't have been doing fentanyl."
Oh yeah,
and
well,
I'm like, my son was 3 years old, man. What do you mean? My son
I
wasn't
know.
trying to do fentanyl. Oh, well, what do you think's going to happen? That's a stigma. Most of these people didn't even know that it was fentanyl.
Well, that's why I show Hope's picture, and I'm like, the image that you get in your mind of when people say an addict or a junkie, what do you think? Dirty, filthy, bad people who choose their suffering. No. My daughter is the face of addiction, and she's beautiful, and she's smart, and she's intelligent, and she is all the things.
We have a picture?
And I think we left it. They know what Hope's is. I have flooded TikTok with 700 videos of Hope in the last 16 months. Sorry. Not sorry.
But no, yeah, I think this whole thing has just been special. I take a little bit of hope with me everywhere. I have a little rock that says hope on it.
I know. And now you have her journal, and you have her picture and her message. And the book, my book, Unextinguished Hope's Legacy, is going to be published shortly after the first of the year. And it's going to save lives. It really is, because I'm giving everybody a mother's truth, raw and unfiltered. Every mistake I made, every piece of education I should have known. It's an offering. I reached up and Hope reached down. Now I reach my hand out to you. And that's just what that's what I want my book to do. I want it to reach people. I want it in families. When somebody in your family is facing addiction and drug issues, your family needs support, because they're like out there on the edge of a cliff and have no freaking idea what to do. So that's what I'm doing. I'm giving you a lifeline, giving people a lifeline.
That's what really changed. Is actually building these resources and making.
And there are pages and pages at the end of the book, resources for everyone that can reach out nationwide and get any type of help, from grief to mental health resources. And mental health is what we've really got to concentrate on. This. We can blow up the cartels all we want to, but we've got to figure out how to stop the demand. We can stop the supply, but we have to stop the demand. And
that's something that even here in Oklahoma, that's why I was meeting with people all day long. I'm trying to put together this little puzzle. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because there's all these people working on this, working on that. If we really just all come together and come up with something really good, change a lot. But we need to have mental health programs that actually help. People that are going through addiction, trying to do the right things, and not. It's so hard in Oklahoma to go to a rehab. You know how hard it is in Oklahoma just to go to a rehab. If you don't have
still,
insurance, yeah, good luck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why everybody goes to California. That needs to change.
and you don't get into a rehab oftentimes if you don't have insurance, unless it's court ordered.
Mhm.
And then when Hope was going through this, she didn't go to NA meetings. She went to AA meetings. And so I asked her, why do you go to those meetings? She said, because the people that are there want to be there. They want to work the program. And the people that are in NA, they're the ones who are court ordered, and they don't really want to be there, and they don't participate, and they don't put in the work. And
See, that's what the problem is. Yeah. We have to come up with something that helps those that actually want help. I mean, just don't know how. Because what a lot of people don't understand, and it's another thing, is not everybody has a loving and supporting family, and
that's right.
it's not all peachy. Some people are out here by themselves.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make it work, and you just freak out on them. Oh, well, you also got, you know what I mean, so and so to help you out. And some people don't have anything, so don't just kick them down, because you're trying to. We all are.
Yeah.
Come together.
Something will change. Something has changed. It has changed. And this is a historic day for us. And
Everybody's trying. I just believe that the stigma has to stop. Like, even a lot of addiction, I really believe a lot of it is the lack of support. And some people don't understand that everybody's life is different, and they have different circumstances, and we can't allow ourselves to just look at a person and say, oh, well, they shouldn't. We actually need to probably know and hear these stories, and not just judge books by the cover, and actually try to see what's going on.
Read Hope's story. You'll see how she got it from all sides. And she stigma prevents people from getting help because it embarrasses them. It dehumanizes them. and they don't want to step forward and say, I'm one of those people that needs help. And she said to me, Mama, what is the use in trying to do any better when everyone looks at me like I'm a junkie anyway?
Danged if I do, danged if I don't.
And that broke my fucking heart.
Yeah.
I mean, it really did. And so, I went into Mama Bear mode. And, that's one thing she never got from me. She got 100% support all the way around. I was behind her. I fought behind her, beside her, in front of her, all the way around her. And I don't feel like I failed, but the system did fail her. And people don't need to place blame on parents automatically because their child has issues like that. So, all righty. Well, Jake, thank you so much.
Tyler, thank you so much.
Yes, you can have a bunch.